Welcome to the Explainer. So, did you know that one single, often overlooked insurance document could literally save your commercial trucking business from catastrophic financial ruin? It's true. But the harsh reality is that most truckers just don't fully understand it until it's way too late, and the bills are already piling up. Could one missing document bankrupt your business? Honestly, it's a terrifying question. Driving without proper coverage isn't just risky, it's a massive gamble with your entire livelihood. I mean, the stakes are incredibly high when you're operating heavy machinery across state lines. So today, we're going to act as your guide to decoding the crucial MCS-90 form. We'll completely demystify what it actually does and why it's really the ultimate financial backbone of the commercial trucking industry. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our clear roadmap for today. We'll cover the MCS-90 safety net, who actually needs it, what the MCS-90 covers, the dangerous coverage gaps, real-world crash scenarios, and finally, securing your business.
All right, part 1, the MCS-90 safety net, understanding the endorsement.
Now, you might be wondering what this actually is, because the biggest misconception out there is that the MCS-90 is a standalone insurance policy. Well, actually, scratch that. It's not a standalone policy at all. It's an endorsement. Think of it as an addendum or kind of like a special attachment to your primary liability insurance policy. It's issued by your insurance company, but its entire purpose is to act as a financial safety net. It literally fills the gap when a primary insurance policy falls short of those strict regulations set by the FMCSA. You really want to think of the MCS-90 strictly as a gap filler. Just imagine your primary insurance policy as a net that might have a few hidden holes in it, depending on the specific exclusions written into your contract. The MCS-90 sits right beneath it. Even if your insurance company tries to deny a claim based on some technicality in your primary policy, the MCS-90 steps in and guarantees that the federal minimum requirements are always, without fail, met. Moving on to part 2. Who actually needs it? FMCA requirements. So the FMCSA is extremely clear about who absolutely must carry this endorsement. First off, any company involved in interstate trucking, meaning you're crossing state lines. This includes for-hire carriers, which are truckers transporting freight for compensation, but, and this is a big one, it also includes private carriers. So even if you're just a business transporting your very own goods across state boundaries, you absolutely must comply with these FMCSA regulations and carry the MCS-90. No exceptions. Part 3. What the MCS-90 covers. Third-party protection. The absolute key phrase you've got to remember right here is third party. This endorsement strictly guarantees that if you cause an accident, the other people involved are taken care of. Period. It steps in to cover the medical expenses for injured third parties. It covers the legal fees if you're sued as a result of that accident. It covers the property damage to other vehicles, and crucially, it guarantees environmental protection and cleanup. Let's anchor these concepts with some actual numbers. Just to put it into perspective, the FMCSA requires that you have the financial resources to pay for the damage you might cause. For general freight, that minimum is $750,000. But if you're hauling hazardous materials, that minimum skyrockets to anywhere between $1 million and $5 million. The MCS-90 is the ultimate guarantee that these specific FMCSA financial thresholds are met, regardless of any sneaky exclusions hiding in your primary policy. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the reality that the MCS-90 doesn't just stop at passenger vehicles or personal injury. If a truck overturns and spills oil or hazardous chemicals all over a highway, the environmental cleanup can easily run into the millions. The MCS-90 guarantees those staggering costs are handled, so the public isn't just left footing the bill for a massive disaster. All right, part 4, the dangerous coverage gaps. Let's look at what the MCS-90 does not cover. Okay, this is where we really need to issue a serious warning. Relying solely on the MCS-90 can give you a massive false sense of security because there are huge holes in this safety net. The MCS-90 is strictly for them. It completely ignores you and your property. If your rig is completely totaled, your cargo is destroyed, or you end up in the hospital, the MCS-90 will not pay you a single dime. Because the MCS-90 leaves your actual truck completely exposed, you have to take action to protect yourself. To cover the repairs or replacement of your own rig, you absolutely need separate physical damage insurance. To protect the valuable goods you're hauling, you need cargo insurance. For your own medical bills and lost wages, you need workers' compensation or personal injury protection. And finally, because the MCS-90 doesn't protect you if someone else hits you and they don't have insurance, you absolutely need uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. Which brings us to part 5, real-world crash scenarios. Let's test out the safety net. Let's play this out. Imagine you're a for-hire trucker hauling general freight. You cause a severe accident resulting in $1.2 million in third-party damages. Your primary liability insurance policy obviously has a limit, and let's say it maxes out at $750,000. Under normal circumstances, you would personally be on the hook for that remaining $450,000, which, let's be real, would instantly bankrupt most carriers. But because the FMCSA mandates financial responsibility, the MCS-90 swoops right in and covers that final $450,000. It literally saves the entire business. Let's look at a second scenario. Say you're transporting hazardous materials and a leak occurs, causing severe environmental damage. Just like that previous example, if your primary insurance limit just isn't enough, or if the policy has a weird exclusion for certain environmental damages, the MCS-90 steps up. It proves to the federal government that you are financially capable of covering the extreme costs of environmental cleanup, ensuring you have complete FMCSA compliance. Finally, Part 6, securing your trucking business. Let's talk actionable next steps. So the crucial point is, here is exactly how you inspect your own safety net today. Number 1, verify your coverage. Seriously, do not just assume you have it. Call your insurer and explicitly confirm the MCS-90 endorsement is attached to your primary liability policy. Number 2, understand your policy's gaps. Immediately look into adding physical damage and cargo insurance so your own hard-earned assets are actually protected. And number 3, regularly review your coverage. As your business grows and you start hauling more complex or even hazardous freight, your risk naturally increases. You must update your limits to stay compliant. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a really tough question to think about. Take a good hard look at your paperwork. Is your trucking business truly secure, or are you driving without a net? Don't wait for a crash to find out. Verify your coverage today and drive with absolute confidence. Thanks for joining us.